He's letting everyone with tears of eyes. That Mahaprabhu whose complexion is like the molten gold. When tears are rolling down his eyes, it looks like the gold is melting. And Nityananda, the ocean of mercy, the expansion of Krishna, Balaram. He's going in everyone's house and begging them, say Krishna's name, say Krishna's name. Consider Krishna as your life and soul. That Nityananda Mahaprabhu, who even after being hit by the demons like Chennai and Madat liberated.
Haribo! Request all devotees to keep the phone on silence. Next 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, please listen carefully. Hare Krishna.
Huh? This is okay, yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नित्यानंद त्रयोदशी महोत्सव की जय। नित्यानंद राम की जय। So I saw a class today morning by Param Pujya His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. I think it was recorded from a previous year on Nityananda Trayodasi. And Maharaj said he will reveal a secret. His secret was Nityananda Prabhu is when we chant his name, when we say Nityananda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is immediately attracted and he gives us Shuddha Nam. But Jagai and Madai, just we saw, we are the wonderfully organized, very humorous drama which sanctified this place with alcohol just before I came here. How Jagai and Madai attacked Nityananda. Madai throws that pot on his head and Nityananda Ram begins to bleed. So when we chant the holy names of Krishna, when we chant the holy names of Gauranga, when we chant the holy names of Nityananda Prabhu, Nama Prabhu has to be respected. So with full attention we should chant. We should also, even though we won't literally throw a pot at Nityananda Ram, by being inattentive we shouldn't throw that non-literal proverbial pot. So let's all close our eyes for a second. Take a deep breath in. We have received so much from Srila Prabhupada and the predecessor Acharyas. Someone like me who is a certified non-Brahmana shouldn't be allowed inside this room itself, but somehow by their mercy, I'm here speaking to all of you on this wonderful occasion, on this wonderful topic. So with that gratitude in our heart, gratitude is the seed of love and it cleanses our heart. With that gratitude in our heart, let's chant loudly Jaya Nityananda Ram 3 times together. So please join me with full attention, not being distracted, not worrying what's going on around us, not looking at our phones. Please join me. Jai Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram Mahaprabhu ki. Now you can open your eyes. Unless you feel sleepy, then you can again close it. So I have only 30 minutes and I will not go into much detail. There are a few people here who are coming for the first time. And I have also invited some people and I have some experience inviting them to Nityananda Trayodasi. And this is the response I got from people who are new. In this world, many people don't have faith in God. Even when they have faith in God, they think of God as a light. They think of the impersonal version of God. They think of Him as an aloof, majestic being who is very distant. But the Bhakti tradition teaches us that God is not distinct. He is the most eminently lovable being. So, when we explain, oh, it's Nityananda Trayodasi, they ask, who is Nityananda? And we say, he is the elder brother of God. Oh, God has an elder brother also. So, can you tell me more about this elder brother? See, one has to understand how Bhakti reveals divinity in order to understand Nityananda Prabhu. The predominant conception of God in this world is He is an object of contemplation. A lot of people look out into the world, like many scientists who are my colleagues, for example, they look out into the world and see how majestic this world is and how wonderfully and intricately it is arranged. And they realize there must be some supreme intelligence behind this. And they contemplate on that. Satyam Param Dhimahi. The first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam tells us meditate. They meditate, they contemplate. So they think of God as an object of contemplation. If they go further, they think of God as an object of worship. That majestic, infinite, supreme being who is over there and we are over here. The distinct and majestic God they think of him as. But the Bhakti tradition teaches us that he is an object of love. What does it mean for him to be an object of love? For him to be an object of love, he has to be lovable. What does it mean to be lovable? To be lovable, there are two essential conditions our acharyas tell us. One is one has to be accessible. So Prime Minister Modi, for example, how many of you here have access to Prime Minister Modi, Prime Minister of India, or Mr. Donald J. Trump, President of the US? We don't have access. Sometimes in social media, some people become famous. They're called influencers. And they gain thousands and hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands and millions of followers. And people say, oh, that content creator, I love them. Is that love? Without access to that person, have you ever met that person? What do you know about that person? All you see is what you see on YouTube, what you see on Instagram, what you see on Facebook, and whatever newer apps the kids these days are using, which I don't know about. So that is not access. Access means being able to know fully about the nature of that person, being able to reach that person. Second condition our acharyas tell us to be lovable is vulnerability. The Instagram influencer, are they vulnerable? Do you really know what is going on in their life? But if you carefully read the Srimad Bhagavatam, not only will you realize how accessible Krishna is, how much intimate details about Krishna you can understand, you can know. The kind of dress he wears, kind of earrings he wears. The shark shaped earrings are his favorite. How his mother treats him. What are his pastimes with his friends? How they sit on his shoulder after he loses wrestling match with them. How Madhumangal is stealing his samosas that Mother Yashoda has made for him. Intimate details. What to speak of his amorous relationship with the gopis, which is the highest embodiment of love in this world and the next. So we get access to the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the Bhakti tradition, through specifically the Srimad Bhagavatam. And he also is very vulnerable. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in the Madhurya Kadambini, he writes that of the uh, infinite features of the Lord has so many features. He is very beautiful. He is infinitely beautiful. He is more beautiful than anybody else by orders of magnitude. He is infinitely powerful. He can just open his eyes and just with his vision, he can impregnate Prakriti, and Prakriti transforms into Pradhana, and Pradhana transforms into the cosmos that we know that is around us. All this exists, our bodies, all this walls, this mirror, which makes me feel I'm in a barber shop. And so many other things that we see around us, the car we came in, the bus we took, the house we live in, the office we go to, the dress we wear, and what to speak of our bodies, all arises when Mahavishnu, who is the expansion of the expansion of the expansion of the expansion of the plenary portion of the plenary portion of Krishna, he, when he just glances on Pradhana, everything transforms. That is how powerful he is. In this way, what to speak of power, what to speak of beauty, what to speak of renunciation, what to speak of so many qualities of Krishna, of all those qualities of Krishna, the crest jewel, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, is his Bhakta Vatsala feature. At the heart of that Bhakta Vatsala feature is he is vulnerable. He is accessible. Such a Lord who is vulnerable and accessible, how can he not have a brother? This is why he is called Rasaraj. One of the primary names of Krishna is he is Rasaraj. There is Tattva and there is Rasa. Tattva is no one is equal to or greater than him. No one can touch him. Even fear personified is afraid of Krishna. Whereas Rasa is that same Krishna who the fear personified is afraid of the little stick. It is explained in the by our acharyas in the Bhagavatam in the 9th chapter. The Damodar Leela is nicely explained, and within that the whole verse by verse, Sukadeva Goswami is explaining to Maharaj Parikshit, and our acharyas are writing commentary, and they explain how big this stick in uh, Mother Yashoda's hand is. It is not a danda like the constables in India hold. Mother Yashoda thinks about it. She thinks if it is as big as a danda, he will be too afraid. You don't want to scare your child too much. At the same time, it's not a twig which he can break. It's the right size. That little stick, Krishna is afraid of. He who cannot be it is mentioned that the glare of the tip of his toenails cannot be approached by the greatest of Hatha yogis, greatest of Asthanga yogis. Such a Krishna, yoginam api sarvesham mad gatenantar atmana, shraddhavan bhajate yoma. Anyone is awake? Same yukta tamo mataha. Thank you, Prabhu. So the last verse of the Karma Yoga section of the Bhagavad Gita, the culmination of That is, Krishna is telling Arjuna, the ultimate of all yogis is a bhakta, is a devotee. Such a Krishna, his supermost quality, he is surrendered to that devotee. He is vulnerable, he is accessible, he is surrendered to that devotee. And he is Rasaraj. He enjoys those relationships with Mother Yashoda as his mother, with Nanda Baba as his father, with Madhumangal, with Sudama, Sridama as his friends, with Srimati Radharani, Lalita Saki, Vishaka Saki, and the gopis as his lovers. He enjoys those relationships. So, how can he not have a brother? How can he not have a brother? So, he has an elder brother, and that elder brother is Balaramji. And when Krishna descends, so there are various levels of revelation in bhakti. One level of revelation, which is generally accepted at least among the so-called Hindu community in India, is Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. The blackish blue boy, cowherd boy who herds calves, is the Supreme Personality of God. That is one level of realization. Deeper than that is realizing more confidential truth that he is the golden dancer who comes in this age of Kali to break open the pot of nectar of Harinam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who, why does he come? There are 6 reasons that are given in the Adi Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And the sort of the summary of those reasons, a summary of the internal reasons, for example, he comes to taste. He thinks, how lovable am I that Srimati Radharani and the gopis and all these devotees are so enamored by me. I want to taste that. So he comes to taste his own love. So that golden dancer who comes to break open the pot of Prema Bhakti and taste his own love, that is more confidential. Confidential, we are spoiled by corporate circles. We send around non-disclosure and confidentiality agreements, right? So we think confidentiality means secret. No, no. In spiritual circles, confidentiality means private. It doesn't mean secret. The in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes um, Guhyam, Guhyatamam, Guhyataram, 3 levels of confidentiality. So confidential, more confidential, most confidential, right? But the Bhagavad Gita we distribute to everyone. I think we have a target of distributing lakhs of Bhagavad Gitas. I was with Rajavilas Prabhu in Mayapur. He was telling me 11 months of the year, Mayapur is the leader in distributing Bhagavad Gitas. The 12th month, always the devotees get very active. In December, they beat him. So he was very actively trying to beat everyone else. So we distribute lakhs of Bhagavad Gitas without discrimination. We distribute to everyone. So it is not necessarily a secret, but it is private. You might be in a party with someone, you might want to talk to someone, you might say, can we go aside and talk? It's not that you're talking secrets, it's just private. It is unnecessary for the others to hear that. So in the same way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a very private avatar, but more private than that is our Nityananda Prabhu. Our Nityananda Prabhu is easily misunderstood. He is easily misunderstood because he is Avaduta Shiromani. So he is unconventional. There are 2 ways to attract people to spiritual life. One is you behave like they think a spiritualist should behave. What do people think a spiritualist should be like? They should be calm, they should be simple, they should be grave, they should not be overly flashy, they should not fight with people, etc. Right? Sometimes you can see devotees in ISKCON also who are expert preachers fit that description and people are attracted to them. But sometimes there are other devotees who confound people into becoming spiritualists. Oh, they come to some people's programs and they think, oh, I didn't know devotees had a sense of humor. I thought that when we go from this kunta, which is this plane of material existence, to the spiritual world, all humor dies. Then they realize, devotees are very funny. If you hear a talk by Gauragopal Prabhu, if you don't laugh, something is wrong with you. Yeah. So they get confounded and they get attracted. So Nityananda Prabhu is an Avaduta Shiromani. Of all the kinds of Avadutas, he is the crest jewel and he falls in the second category. I don't have much time, so I want to give you one katha from the Antya Leela of Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur. There is many books about Nityananda Prabhu. Of course, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 5 and 6 gives the tattva of Nityananda Prabhu. And of course, the pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu are, along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, are described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Chaitanya Bhagavat gives some of the early pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu. And we also have Bhakti Ratnakar and Gauragonadesh Deepika, which adds. There is also a book which is slightly, the source is not exactly understood today. It's called Nityananda Charitamrita. It is ascribed to Vrindavan Das Thakur, but our Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada and the predecessor Acharyas, do not ascribe it to Vrindavan Das Thakur. So there is some misunderstanding around the life history of Nityananda Prabhu. I don't have enough time to go from his birth throughout his life. But this particular kada is very bona fide. It actually happened and it is recorded by Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavat. So, Nityananda Prabhu, to confound people, one of the ways he confounded people was, even though he was a brahmachari, he never dressed simply. He would have these expensive jewels, an opulent silk dress, which appropriately our Prabhu also acted in that, had a very nice silk blue dress. So he would dress like that. So there was a very famous thief in Navadvip at that time. When Nityananda Prabhu was in the house of a devotee called Hiranmaya Das, Hiranmaya Das, he he fell this thief's glance fell on this Nityananda Prabhu, and he thought, oh, this Nityananda has lot of jewels and stuff. He's an easy target, and he seems to have a lot of precious jewels on him. So if I hit this target, maybe I will settle for life. I am doing so many petty crimes; it's so troublesome for me. So let me hit Nityananda Prabhu. And he goes to Hiranmaya Das's house that night. There is a tumultuous kirtan, and also Nityananda Prabhu. A feature of him is he never had guards. So easy target, just come in, take, go. That's what he was thinking. But just for security, he brought a couple of his thief friends with him. So all of them go, they are very ready. They don't bring weapons. It's just, this Avaduta who's always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So why do I need weapons? I can steal easily. Let's not commit a crime unnecessarily. Let's settle down in life. That one big heist I will do here, this guy was thinking. Little did he know, Nityananda Prabhu was going to steal from the thief. So he goes there and he is confounded. First, Nityananda Prabhu is over there and he tries to go over there. When he goes over there, Prabhu is over there. Suddenly, he mystically disappears from here and appears over there. And they all go over there. He disappears from there, goes over there. So they are not able to pin him down. And then Kirtan begins. All the devotees have come to Hiranmaya's house and a tumultuous Kirtan begins. And Nityananda Prabhu is spinning like a top, and Haridas Thakur is there, Srivas Thakur is there, and it's amazing. They have an amazing Kirtan. In this time, these thieves go to the corner and they begin to listen to the Kirtan and they close their eyes. Slowly, Parihasyam Sanketyam Va, 6th canto of the Bhagavatam, it is described, irrespective of whether you are trying to make fun of the holy name or you don't know what is what and you still listen, you get purified. Whether a child knows or not, the fire will burn, the knife will cut. Similarly, the holy name, whether we know its effects or not, whether even if you do it in parihasya, which is sarcasm, is the translation, it will still have an effect. So it has an effect. It is purifying them. and they go to sleep. And the party is wound down. Everybody leaves. These guys are sleeping there in outside Hiranmaya's house. They wake up in the morning and they begin to fight. One says, "Arey Baba, how did you let me sleep? We missed our target. We missed our hope." And see how religiosity and spirituality is different. What do these thieves think? These thieves think, "Oh, I didn't succeed because I didn't pray to Kali Mata." So there is a difference between religion and religiosity. The pomposity of religion is religiosity. Religiosity is performing acts of rituals and religion, not out of understanding of scriptures or out of fear or love or affection for Krishna, but rather just because others are doing or for some uh, gain or the other. So these guys go, they pray to their Kali Mata. They perform a big yajna for Kali Mata, and they decide, okay, few days let us meditate on Mother Kali, and then we'll come and attack Nityananda Prabhu again. They come again to Hiranmaya's house. When they are coming, the sky is very clear. It's a beautiful night out. You can see the stars, the constellations, and they are coming, and they are now bringing weapons, taking no chances. Suddenly, and they have planned this the day before they came, and they mapped out the route. This is how good thieves work: is they plan things. So they planned how this route is, how I will get there, how I will steal, what time Nityananda Prabhu eats, what time he takes rest, who is with him, who is not with him, everything they plan. But on that day, suddenly, in that same path they are walking, but mystically a big hole has appeared. And it is dark at night, and they all fall inside the hole. And it is not an ordinary hole, Prabhus and Matajis. It is full of garbage. And it is full of thorns, and it is full of insects, and they are getting bitten here, there, everywhere. They are getting bitten, and they are getting bitten so much they don't even know whether it's a mosquito or a snake. It is mentioned by Vrindavan Das Tagore that they are in such misery. All the Adi Devika, Adi Bhautika, all the Kleshas together descend on them. This is the mercy of the Lord. Is sometimes His mercy comes as Kleshas on us. So when we get Kleshas, we can thank Him. Gratitude can grow in our heart. So the lead thief, he uh, he gets some faith in his heart. This Nityananda Prabhu, when I saw him also, he had such stages. And when we went to him, he disappeared and he did mystical things. And that chanting that night, there was something about that touched my heart. Slight, smallest of door opening. This much, a micrometer door opens. Nityananda Prabhu rushes in and overloads you with your mercy. That's all we need to do, Prabhus and Matajis. We need to open the door that much. You can take a microscope and measure it, only 1 micrometer. You open the door to your heart, He will overload you with mercy. And from within the heart, as Paramatma, He is the Paramatma in the heart. Sarvasya chaham kridi sannivishto matasmritirnyanam apohanam cha vedaisa sarver ahameva vedyo vedantakrit vedavit eva chaham. So he is giving accessibility. By the way, this accessibility and vulnerability, our acharyas tell us, these are also the primary qualities of an ideal preacher. Our point as a preacher is not to be in the elevated seat and command others. It is to be accessible. Whatever little bhakti sanjayate bhakti, whatever little bhakti we have in our heart, hopefully that flame can be transferred to the flame in the heart of another person. And the second quality of the preacher is also very important: vulnerability. We don't have to act like better than we are with people who are preaching to. We are who we are. This is who I am. This is my characteristics. Be vulnerable. People will automatically come. This is directly from my Guru Maharaj, because I think he realized I do the big seat thing. Anyway, I digress. Coming back to the story. So the heart, small opening in the heart, and he thinks, oh, maybe Nityananda Prabhu is God. As soon as he thinks that, mercy, the biting of the insects stop, they mystically rise from the bottom like this. They levitate and they come out of the hole. And it was raining cats and dogs suddenly, thunder, like practically like the Samvartaka cloud came. It was so bad, it also disappears. It becomes a clean. Then they have the good sense. They go clean themselves up. They change their dress, and as a group, and he calls his other thieves also. He preaches to them and says, "Let's all go." And they all dress like Vaishnavas, and they go into the kirtan, and everybody becomes scared. Just imagine in Avataridesh we are having the program, and Dawood Ibrahim comes. I will run away, Prabhu. I am not very courageous. I'm sure some of you will join me. Uh, so it was like that. The Dawood Ibrahim of Nadia comes with his whole entourage, and everybody is in a state of shock and suspension. They are like, "Oh, what's going on?" And Nityananda Prabhu at that time says, "Fall at my feet." And they all fall at his feet. He becomes purified. He becomes a stalwart devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he doesn't directly follow Nityananda Prabhu wherever he goes. He travels separately. But just like, when we go to Yatra with Radhanath Maharaj, or when we go with our Diksha Guru, Romapad Swami Maharaj, there is a following Sankirtan party, there is a book distribution party. Like that, this devotee, he has a thief outreach party. Everywhere Nityananda Prabhu goes, he goes to that place. He knows the thieves, no? Thief knows a thief. So he goes to the thieves, he preaches to them. Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam saranam braja aham tvam sarva papepyo mokshaye shami masujaha. And he goes on to say that specifically that parityaja in this age of Kali is unto the holy names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And all the thieves of Bengal are delivered by Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu delivers those who would normally not come to the temple. Normally they won't come to ISKCON, they won't read our books, they won't take our books. Nityananda Prabhu delivers them. He is the Avaduta Shiromani. This is why traditionally in the Gaudiya tradition, actually, Gauranga Prabhu told me this. The worship was of Gaura Gadadhar, because Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the Tattva is Krishna himself in the Dyuti and the Bhava of Srimati Radharani. And Gadadhar Pandit was Srimati Radha herself, right? So Radha Krishna we worship together. So Gaura Gadadhar were traditionally worshipped. All the older deities and temples of Gauranga Mahaprabhu was Gaura Gadadhar. Even today, if you see, Gaudiya Mutt worships Gaura Gadadhar. But Srila Prabhupada, our Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he emphasized this worship of Gaura Nithai. Because without Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, you cannot get Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy. And without Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy, you cannot get Srimati Radha's mercy. And without Srimati Radha's mercy, you cannot get Krishna's mercy. And you cannot attain the lotus feet of Krishna. So I will end with a prayer which summarizes wonderfully how the qualities of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityanandam aham naumi sarvanandakaram param hari nama pradam devam avaduta shiromanim. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. I bow down to the Supreme Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Nityanandam aham naumi sarvananda karam param. Who is that Nityananda Prabhu? He is Sarvananda Karamparam. He is the awarder of the highest of joys. In the can I continue? Do I still have time? Okay. 5 minutes. Okay. I will finish within 5 minutes. What was I saying? Okay. Nityananda Aham Naumi. I bow down to that Nityananda Prabhu, Sarvananda Karam Param. Maybe I can stand over there and talk. Sarvananda Karam Param. In the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary in Saradhana Darshani, he talks about this Ananda at the stage of Prema. The words that he uses is Sandrananda Visheshatma, incalculably condensed bliss. If you take all the happiness in this world and the next and the next and in the spiritual world, and you condense it, you compress it, you forcefully put it in one point, that the happiness density being infinite, that Sandrananda Visheshatma is awarded by Nityananda Prabhu. Sravananda Karam Param. Harinam Pradam Devam. He is the bestower of the holy name. So the function that Nityananda Prabhu plays is that of the Adi Guru. All gurus who are in the Gaudiya line, all gurus today are representatives of Nityananda Prabhu. So without Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, we cannot get our guru's mercy. And the guru's function is also that they give us the holy name, and he is the original bestower of the holy name. Avaduta Shironmani. He is the crest jewel of all the Paramahimsa mendicants. Nityananda Ram ki Jai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Gauranga Nityananda. Gauranga Nityananda. Nityananda. Gauranga Gauranga Nityananda. Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you so much.
His Grace Paramananda Prabhu ki
नाच रे अमर नाच रे अमर नाच रे अमर नाच दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर Oh, such a merciful personality as Nityananda Prabhu is not to be found anywhere. He suffers a beating. Jagai and Madai, they beat Nityananda Prabhu. And still, he gives them love of God. He gives them prema. Nitai Prabhu gets beat on the head, Jagai and Madai, and still he gives them prema. No one is so merciful as these two. When your offenses will be vanquished, you will obtain the treasure of the love of God. But in these names of Chaitanya and Nitai, there is no consideration of offense, no aparad. Once you have a taste for the holy name of Krishna, bondage to the world will come to an end. Mon doyal to nai hai, doyal to nai hai. Mon doyal to nai hai, doyal to nai hai. मार के प्रेम दे दयाल तो नाय है मार के प्रेम दे मार के प्रेम दे दयाल तो नाय है दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाचे अमर দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। ও নাচে আমার মন, নাচে আমার মন। নাচে আমার মন, নাচে আমার মন, নাচে। ও দয়াল নিতাই, ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। ওরে অপরাধ দূরে যাবে পাবে প্রেম ধন। ওরে অপরাধ দূরে যাবে, ওরে অপরাধ দূরে যাবে পাবে প্রেম ধন। ওরে অপরাধ विचार तो नाई है, विचार तो नाई है। ओ नामे अपराध विचार तो नाई है। ओ नामे अपराध विचार तो नाई है। দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মা। দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মা। ও নাচে আমার মা, নাচে আমার মা। নাচে আমার মা, নাচে আমার মা। দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মা। দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মা। তখন কৃষ্ণ নামে রুচি হবে গুচিবে বন্ধন। তখন কৃষ্ণ নামে, তখন কৃষ্ণ নামে রুচি হবে গুচিবে বন্ধন। তখন, তখন কৃষ্ণ নামে রুচি হবে গুচিবে বন্ধন। তখন কৃষ্ণ নাম রুচি হবে গুচিবে বন্ধন। অনুরাগ তো হবে হে, অনুরাগ তো হবে হে কৃষ্ণ নামে। অনুরাগ তো হবে হে, দয়াল নিতাই, ও দয়াল নিতাই, ও দয়াল নিতাই, ও দয়াল নিতাই। দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মা। ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মা। ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। ও নাচে আমার মন, নাচে আমার মন। ও নাচে আমার মন, নাচে আমার মন। ও নাচে আমার মন, নাচে আমার মন। নাচে আমার মন, নাচে আমার মন। ও দয়াল নিতাই, ও দয়াল নিতাই, দয়াল নিতাই, দয়াল নিতাই, ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য, দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য, ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য, ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য, ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। ও নাচে আমার মন, নাচে আমার মন। ও নাচে আমার মন, নাচে আমার মন। ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য, ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য, ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য, ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মন। ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে। তখন অনায়াসে সফল হবে জীবের জীবন। তখন অনায়াসে সফল হবে জীবের জীবন। जीवन तो मिचे है, जीवन तो मिचे है, जीवन तो मिचे है। कृष्ण रति बिना जीवन तो मिचे है। कृष्ण रति बिना जीवन तो मिचे है। जीवन तो मिचे है, जीवन तो मिचे है। कृष्ण रति बिना जीवन तो मिचे है। ऐसे वृंदावन राधा श्याम पावे दर्शन। 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 गौर कृपा हले है, गौर कृपा हले है, गौर कृपा हले है, गौर कृपा हले है। Oh, when there is attachment to the holy name of Krishna, then very easily the life of a living being becomes successful. Oh, without affection for Krishna, life is simply useless. At the end of life, you will obtain the beautiful vision of Radha and Shyam in Vrindavan if the mercy of Gaura is received. ऐसे वृंदावने राधा श्यामे पावे दर्शन। 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 वैसे वृंदावने राधा श्यामे पावे दर्शन। वैसे वृंदावने राधा श्यामे पावे दर्शन। ओ गौर कृपा हले है, गौर कृपा हले है, निताय कृपा हले है, निताय कृपा हले है, गौर कृपा हले है। ओ गौर कृपा हले है, ओ निताय कृपा हले है। দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলেন দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলেন আছে আমার মান দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলেন আছে আমার মান দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলেন আছে আমার মান ও নাচে আমার মান নাচে আমার মান ও নাচে আমার মান 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 দয়াল নিতাই ও দয়াল নিতাই ও দয়াল নিতাই ও দয়াল নিতাই দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মান ও 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 নাচে আমার মান নাচে আমার মান ও নাচে আমার মান নাচে আমার মান ও নাচে আমার মান নাচে আমার মান নাচে আমার মান নাচে আমার মান ও দয়াল নিতাই ও দয়াল নিতাই দয়াল নিতাই দয়াল নিতাই ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মান 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 ও নাচে আমার মান নাচে আমার ও নাচে আমার মান নাচে আমার ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে আমার মান ও দয়াল নিতাই চৈতন্য বলে নাচে তখন অনায়াসে সফল হবে জীবের জীবন তখন অনায়াসে সফল হবে জীবের জীবন जीवन तो मिचे है जीवन तो मिचे है जीवन तो मिचे है कृष्ण रति बिना जीवन तो मिचे है कृष्ण रति बिना जीवन तो मिचे है जीवन तो मिचे है जीवन तो मिचे है कृष्ण रति बिना जीवन तो मिचे है ऐसे वृंदावन राधा श्याम पावे दर्शन ऐसे वृंदावन राधा Radha Shame Pabe Darshan. ऐसे वृंदावन राधा श्यामे पावे दर्शन. गौर कृपा हले हे, गौर कृपा हले हे, गौर कृपा हले हे, गौर कृपा हले हे. Oh, when there is attachment to the holy name of Krishna, then very easily the life of a living being becomes successful. Oh, without affection for Krishna, life is simply useless. At the end of life, you will obtain the beautiful vision of Radha and Shyam in Vrindavan if the mercy of Gaura is received. Eshe Vrindavane Radha Shyame Pabe Darshan. 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 Oh, Gaur Kripa Hale He, Gaur Kripa Hale He, Nitai Kripa Hale He, Nitai Kripa Hale He, Gaur Kripa Hale He, oh Gaur Kripa Hale He, oh Nitai Kripa Hale He, oh Nitai Kripa Hale He, oh Gaur Kripa Hale He, Nitai Kripa Hale He, oh Gaur Kripa Hale He, Nitai Kripa Hale He. Oh Hari Bol, Hari Bol. 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 Oh Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bolen Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bolen Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bolen nase amar man. Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bolen nase amar man. Oh nase amar man, nase amar man. Oh nase amar man, nase amar man. Nase amar man, nase amar man. Nache amar man, nache amar man. Oh nache amar man, nache amar man. Oh nache amar man, nache amar man. Oh Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bole. Oh Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bole. Oh Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bole. Oh Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bole nache amar man. 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 Dayal Nitai Chaitanya, Dayal Nitai Chaitanya. Dayal Nitai Chaitanya, Dayal Nitai Chaitanya. Oh Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bole nache amar man. Dayal Nitai Chaitanya bole nache amar man. Oh